What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 13 minor league recap. Let's do it. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. That is exactly what we're doing today, a Week 13 minor league recap. There was a ton of top performances this week from top prospects. This might be a pretty lengthy video, so I'm going to try to keep the intro to a minimum. Again, as always, these videos are focused on top prospects, and it's all going to be hitters because actually tomorrow I'm going to start what I'm going to be doing moving forward, which is a monthly pitchers minor league recap. It's not very fun to kind of just recap, oh, this pitcher had one good start, you know? Like, that's kind of boring. Like, it's cool to know, but like one start at a time, pretty boring. So every month moving forward, I'm going to do a monthly pitchers recap. So hopefully we can get more of a breakdown, like over multiple starts instead of just one. So that'll be starting tomorrow. Let's jump into this recap. Low A baseball. Let's do it. Before we jump into the video, if you guys like these minor league recaps, want to help out my channel, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's do it. We're starting off in rookie ball actually today. So I've been getting a lot of people asking me to cover some rookie ball stuff. Here's Blaze Jordan absolutely annihilating a baseball to center here. The crack of the bat off this one is insane. Blaze Jordan has unreal pop, and he's showing it in rookie ball. So Blaze Jordan, someone that has been looked at as like a phenom for a while now, probably since he was like 13 years old or 15 years old. Can't really remember, but it's been a while. Blaze Jordan's name has been on the map. Just someone with a ton of power from a very young age. He was drafted in the 3rd round by the Boston Red Sox pretty much because he said he was going to go to Vanderbilt. Like he said, I'm going to Vanderbilt. So the Red Sox took a chance drafting him 3rd round. And with the pandemic, he ended up signing actually, but no one really expected him to sign. I thought he was going to be a 1st rounder, but I guess he wanted to go to college. So regardless, he's with the Red Sox now. He's actually in rookie ball. I wish they would have started him above rookie ball, but hey, nonetheless, in rookie ball, he's absolutely destroying the ball. This week, over 4 games, he had a 700 batting average, a 769 on base percentage, a 1300 slugging percentage, almost a 2100 OPS. Just absolutely ridiculous. He had 1 home run, he had 3 doubles, he had 7 hits in 4 games. He also walked 3 times, and one of them was intentional. Who gets intentionally walked in rookie ball? What? I didn't know that was possible. Amazing week for Blaze Jordan. Let's jump into low A now. Our first prospect up in low A is Alvarez. I apologize if I pronounced that wrong, but he's absolutely killing it. And this is someone that's been killing it all year long that I probably should have, been including in some of these recaps. I didn't believe it at first because he's kind of more of a random name. But he's 20 years old, and this week over 6 games, he hit .458 with a .519 on base percentage, 750 slugging, nearly a 1300 OPS. He had 1 home run. He had 4 doubles. He had 11 hits in 6 games. He even walked twice on top of that. One of them was intentional. He even got beamed once, if you care about that. 9 RBIs. Unbelievable week for Alvarez. He looks really good. He's hitting like 360 this year. Same team, the San Jose Giants, and it's not Marco Luciano this week. Luis Matos is just raking. The San Jose Giants box score is one of the most fun box scores to look at in minor leagues. They have so many top players. Luis Matos is one of them. He is absolutely dominating low A this year. He's hitting like 320 on the season. Over 6 games this week, though, he destroyed it. .538 batting average with a .571 on base percentage, a .692 slugging percentage, 1264 OPS. He had 1 home run. He had 1 double. He had 14 hits in 6 games. He even walked 2 times, and he stole a base. Just a really, really solid week for Luis Matos, doing his thing. The dude's hitting 320 for a reason, and he's just a really solid hitter. I would love to see some of these prospects on this team move up. And my low A MVP this week, Vaughn Grissom, is absolutely mashing this week for the Atlanta Braves organization. Vaughn Grissom, he's the number 16 prospect for the Braves. I honestly think he should be higher than that because he hits really well. He's 20 years old. He was 11th rounder, which is shocking to me with how well he has done in the minors. And especially this year, he's been really solid for the low A Augusta Green Jackets all year. Over 6 games this week, he slashed a .450 batting average with a .593 on base percentage, a .950 slugging percentage, 1543 OPS. He had 3 home runs. He had a double. He had 9 hits in 6 games. He walked 6 times in 6 games, and he got beamed. That's 7 free bases in 6 games. Love to see that. He even stole a base. So MVP for me, definitely deserves it. He looks super solid lately. All right, let's jump into high A baseball. Ronnie Mauricio's kicking it off for us. Ronnie Mauricio is a top prospect for the Mets, and he gets all of this one. Absolutely destroys this baseball. So a ton of top performers in high A this week, but Ronnie Mauricio is kicking it off for us. I wanted to include him on this because I think he is a solid prospect. I will say he's been struggling this year. He's been a little less consistent, but this week over 6 games, he hit 280 with a 308 on base percentage, a 948 OPS, and he hit 3 home runs. And that's why I wanted to put him on this. The 3 home runs for Ronnie Mauricio from someone who I don't see as a power hitter, showing more power, I think is really good. If he can consistently start to hit, honestly, I really like Ronnie Mauricio's swing. I think it's just his plate discipline. If he can improve on that, I think he'd be super solid. So Ronnie Mauricio kicking it off for us in low A. Next up, Jordan Walker. And this is someone who I haven't had in a video in a while. I feel like he has been in so many videos this year because he absolutely demolished low A. He got brought up to high A, and he started off a little slow. He's been there for a couple weeks now. But this week, putting up a little more normal Jordan Walker numbers. Over 5 games this week, he slashed a 318 batting average, a 348 on base percentage, an 848 OPS. He had a home run, he had a double, 7 hits in 5 games, walked once, he even stole a base, and he made some really nice plays on defense. Jordan Walker looks like he's finally starting to look comfortable for high A. He plays for the Peoria Chiefs. Next up, Nick Gonzalez, and this is refreshing. I don't think I've had him on a single minor league recap this year. If I did, it was at the very beginning because he's been up and down. He's been injured. Just a little underwhelming so far for me. I expected a lot more out of Nick Gonzalez, but this week he did fantastic. Over 5 games, he had a 350 batting average, 381 on base percentage, 931 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 7 hits in 5 games. He walked once on top of that and stole a base. So really solid week for Nick Gonzalez. Good to see because I think he is fantastic. I think he's an awesome prospect for the Pirates. Anthony Volpe, I can't get him off these minor league recaps, everyone. He has been so good lately, even moving up to high A. He's been fantastic. This week over 6 games, 333 batting average, 414 on base percentage, 625 slugging, 1,000 OPS, 2 home runs, a double, 8 hits in 6 games. He walked twice on top of that. Got beaned twice, so love seeing those free bases regardless of how they come. And then he stole 2 bases. Like, he is doing a little bit of everything. He had a really nice play too at shortstop where he's coming in on a ball. He just looks really solid, and I think that first round pick is paying off for the Yankees. He looks like a first rounder. Francisco Alvarez absolutely murdered this baseball. I don't think this thing ever landed. For a 79-mile-an-hour pitch, this thing was hit pretty much out of the stadium. Francisco Alvarez, he's been super solid pretty much all year. He has shown some struggles since moving to high A, but a fantastic week this week. Over 5 games, had a 400 batting average, 429 on base percentage, 800 slugging, 1229 OPS, 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games, 6 RBIs. Then his 1 free base this week was a hit. I would really like to see him start to walk. I think that's his biggest opportunity. He needs to be more patient. I think that's probably why he's struggling in high A a little bit. He's in like 240, but really solid week. Nick Lofton making his first minor league recap this week absolutely annihilates this baseball. Nick Lofton, a first rounder back in 2020. He looks good. He looks really solid. Nick Lofton, he was a 32nd pick overall in the 2020 draft. This is someone the Royals were high on, very high on. He's 22 years old, so he's a little bit older. He went to Baylor. Over 5 games this week, he hit 429 with a 478 on base percentage, 1240 OPS. He had a home run, he had a triple, he had 2 doubles, 9 hits in 5 games. He walked twice, stole a base. This is someone the Royals need to pan out. This is someone that has a very high ceiling, and Nick Lofton, he has started off slow, but maybe this is a breakout week. Maybe the second half of the year, he absolutely destroys it. We'll see. Good week, though. Next up, Brian Rocio. He's made our recap a couple times now. Top prospect for the Cleveland Indians. Guys, he is becoming the real deal. He just got brought up to Double-A as well. So one of these games is in Double-A. He actually had 2 hits in his first Double-A game. But over 5 games this week, 429 batting average, 619 on base percentage, 857 slugging percentage, 1476 OPS. He had a home run. He had a triple. He had a double. He had 6 hits in 5 games. He walked 7 times. Love seeing that. This is a prospect that when they signed him, I was pretty excited about, and this is someone that Indians fans need to start getting behind because this dude looks really solid. I'm about to jump on the Brian Rocio train of being a stud. And my high A MVP, Andy Pages, has been on fire this month. He is absolutely demolishing the baseball the past 3 weeks. 2 home runs in this game. This is one of them. Andy Pages over 6 games this week slashed a 409 batting average, a 500 on base percentage, 909 slugging percentage, 1409 OPS. He had 3 home runs. He had 2 doubles. He had 9 hits in 6 games. He walked twice on top of that. got beaned twice, which, a lot of people give me crap for always saying they get beaned, but I'm a big fan of getting on base for free. I think that's an important thing. I know getting beaned, you can't really help it sometimes, but hey, some people attract the baseball. But regardless, at 20 years old, over 77 games this year, Andy Pages has 21 home runs. He's looking like the next big thing in that Dodgers organization, and he's starting to hit. And like I said, over the past 2 or 3 weeks, he's been unstoppable. If you thought we had a lot of people in high A, get ready for double A. There's so many top prospects with huge performances this week. First player up in double A, Josh Young. I feel like he's been on our last 5 videos. He is mashing in double A. I would love to see the Rangers bring him up at the end of the season. Demolishes that baseball. Absolutely crushed. Josh Young, another solid week. I mean, the dude's just a really good hitter. Again, the 8th overall pick in the 2019 draft. Over 6 games this week, he had a 292 batting average, a 346 on base percentage, 750 slugging percentage, and 1100 OPS. Just really solid. He had 3 home runs. He had a triple. He had 7 hits in 6 games. He walked twice on top of that, and he stole a base. Even on the weeks where he's not hitting 400, it feels like, he's hitting 3 home runs and still has 1,000 OPS. The dude just rakes, straight up, he rakes. A much needed performance this week from JJ Bledez, top prospect for the Marlins, has struggled this year, absolutely killed this baseball. JJ Bledez was the 4th overall pick in the 2019 draft. This is someone the Marlins are huge on. The way I feel about him, we won't get into that. But over 6 games this week, a 294 batting average with a 478 on base percentage, a 647 slugging percentage, 1125 OPS. He had a home run. He had 3 doubles. He had 5 hits in 6 games, and he walked 5 times, which I think is huge. Really solid week for JJ Bledez. Much needed because he's hitting 200 this season. Riley Green's one of my favorite prospects. He actually got beamed in the head yesterday and got knocked out of the game. Looked like it hit his helmet. Should be fine, but didn't play yesterday because of it. Riley Green's been super solid all year. Over 6 games this week, more of the same from Riley Green. He's been just so consistent this year, it feels like. A 350 batting average, a 458 on base percentage, 550 slugging, 1,000 OPS. He had a triple, he had 2 doubles, he had 7 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, got beaned once, stole a base. Just a little bit of everything. Riley Green has been super solid this year, and I want him to get brought up. Probably closer to the end of the year. I'm sure they don't want to break his rookie status. But the guy is solid. He's been solid. He's one of my favorite prospects in baseball. Good week. Next up for Tulsa, Miguel Vargas, one of the top prospects in the Dodgers organization, just crushed this knuckleball. I didn't even realize knuckleballers still existed. We found one, but this ball got hit a long ways. Miguel Vargas over 6 games this week. He had a 360 batting average, 484 on base percentage, 520 slugging percentage, 1,000 OPS. He had that 1 home run. He had a double. He had 9 hits in 6 games. He had 6 walks in 6 games, which I love, and he had 10 RBIs on top of that. Really good week for Miguel Vargas. Again, I didn't know knuckleballers existed. Sweet. No words need to be said. You all know my love for Spencer Torkelson. He crushed that baseball. Y'all are probably so annoyed when I do that, but Spencer Torkelson, super fan here. Sorry, he makes the video this week. Over 6 games, Spencer Torkelson slashed a 381 batting average, 464 on base percentage, 619 slugging percentage, 1100 OPS. He had a home run. He had 2 doubles. He had 8 hits in 6 games. He walked 5 times in 6 games. Just a lot of everything this week offensively. Spencer Torkelson has been pretty streaky so far this year. He's either unstoppable or he just can't find a hit at all. But the one constant, he is getting on base a lot this year. He's got 47 walks in 69 games. The dude walks a lot. Just a super solid week for Spencer Torkelson. I'm sorry, but Northwest Arkansas, you have the worst camera ever. MJ Melendez crushes this baseball, and we could barely see it. Luckily, Bobby Witt Jr. and Nick Prado, they got brought up to AAA. We don't have to deal with that anymore. But MJ Melendez still plays for Northwest Arkansas, and man, it's hard to watch those videos. The quality is just so bad. The lighting, just no one thought that through, I guess, when they positioned that field. Anyways, MJ Melendez, who was our player of the week last week in AA, still doing his thing. Over 6 games this week, 318 batting average, 483 on base percentage, a 1210 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 7 hits in 6 games. He walked 7 times in 6 games, which is awesome. As I dove deeper into this, MJ Melendez, who struggled last year, he slashed a 163 batting average over the whole season in 2019, made some swing adjustments, and they are clearly paying off. He's leading the minor leagues in home runs. He's tied with Griffin Conine at 25. Shea Langoliers crushed this baseball. This ball went forever. Lingalier, he has a ton of power. It seems like he's very streaky with his home runs, but killed this one. Lingalier, top 5 prospect for the Braves. 400 batting average, 400 on base percentage, 1,000 slugging, 1,400 OPS. Wow. All even numbers, all zeros. That's crazy. Anyways, 3 home runs this week, 6 hits in 4 games. He had 3 RBIs, all solo shots. Just a super solid week. I would like to see him walk more. I think that's a big opportunity for him, but the power is there. He continually shows that he can just destroy baseballs. Ivan Herrera had a crazy good week. He's in the number 3 prospect for the Cardinals. He has been bad this year. Much needed performance this week from Ivan Herrera. Ivan Herrera this week over 6 games, making his first minor league recap this year. Slashed a 409 batting average, a 480 on base percentage, a 1,045 slugging percentage, 1,525 OPS. He had 4 home runs, 2 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He had 9 RBIs, walked 3 times on top of that. That is the number 3 prospect that the Cardinals are looking for. Not what he's done this year, because he's hitting like close to 200. But maybe a breakout week. Maybe this leads to an awesome second half. We'll see. All right, it's very rare that we make our MVP a low-ranked prospect, but Lucan Baker hit this baseball to Mars. I think it went over the trees. Like, where'd it go? Lucan Baker, he's the 14th prospect on the Cardinals' top 30 list. This week, he was crazy. This week, over 6 games, he slashed a 368 batting average, a 500 on base percentage, a 1368 slugging percentage, an 1868 OPS. He had 6 home runs. He had a double. He had 7 hits in 6 games. He had 11 RBIs. He had 5 doubles. He walked 5 times on top of that. Like, just an insane week for Lucan Baker and for the Springfield Cardinals. Let's jump into AAA. Our first player this week in AAA, Nick Pratto, recently got brought up to AAA, has absolutely been crushing it. He had 2 grand slams this week. Nick Pratto for AAA Omaha, just crushed it this week over 6 games, 320 batting average, 346 on base percentage, 1186 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 4 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games. He walked once on top of that. And again, he had 11 RBIs because he had 2 grand slams. Not 1, but 2 grand slams in the same week. That's crazy. Jose Barrera, formerly known as Jose Garcia for the Cincinnati Reds org. He is absolutely crushing it this entire season in AAA. I hope the Reds bring him up soon. Jose Barrera, he's a player that I really like. He's someone that I watched in spring training back in 2020 before it got shut down. I was super impressed. He was the best player on the field that day, and Mike Trout played in the same game. This week, over 6 games, he slashed a 385 batting average, a 429 on base percentage, a 731 slugging percentage, 1159 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games. He walked once, he got beaned once, he stole 2 bases. Super solid week for Jose Barrera. I think he's a big piece for the Cincinnati Reds, and he's really trending in the right direction. I would like to see him get brought up while he's hot. I think Jo Adell hit the farthest ball we've ever seen. I don't know what to say. He hit this ball a mile. It went off the scoreboard. It might have went over the scoreboard. We can't tell. This thing was absolutely destroyed. Jo Adell absolutely crushed it this week. Over 4 games, 500 batting average, 556 on base percentage, 1188 slugging percentage, 1743 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles. He had 8 hits in 4 games. He walked twice on top of that, which is huge. He stole a base. Jo Adell's a crazy athlete, and the Angels need him. The Angels need him. He looks a lot better recently. I want to see him come back and get promoted soon. Soon, Angels. To think Jo Adell wasn't the MVP this week would be crazy, right? But Seth Beer crushes this ball to center field, earns MVP honors. Check out what he did this week. Seth Beer this week wins MVP honors over 4 games this week, slashed a 455 batting average, a 647 on base percentage, a 1364 slugging percentage, and a 2000 OPS. Amazing week for Seth Beer. He had 3 home runs. He had a double. He had 5 hits in 4 games. He walked 4 times in 4 games. He got beaned twice. Seems like everyone's getting beaned this week. Just got on base for free a lot. That's why he had a 647 on base percentage. But the 2000 OPS earns him MVP honors in AAA. Love to see it. The Diamondbacks are just making me mad at this point, not bringing him up. They finally promoted Drew Ellis, which I was happy about. It's Seth Beer's time, Arizona. Stop wasting him. He's 24. All right, everyone. That's going to do it for our Week 13 minor league recap. Also, I am now writing a column for Sports Card Investor. It's going to be on their website weekly. I will post the description down below along with the affiliate link, RYDOG, if you want to sign up for Market Movers, get 20% off your first month. But yeah, an insane week. This is probably our longest video of all time because there is so many top performers, especially in high-end AA. I literally could not exclude some of those players. They played so well. So yeah, that's going to do it for this week's video. If you guys like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a ton. Thank you all for watching, and you have a great week. See ya!